All right, so verse 5, final verse. It's only a 5-verse psalm. For the Lord is good, for Yahweh is good, and notice the poetic parallelism, His loving kindness and His faithfulness. All of these form a complex of the nature of God. This God that deserves, is worthy of our giving of thanks to Him. Yahweh is good. His loving kindness, earlier translations like the King James rendered this steadfast love. The Hebrew behind this is chesed, His covenant loyalty. His covenant loyalty is everlasting. I want you to notice that God's goodness of His character translates into action. He keeps His promises. He performs His will. And He moves history along in a meaningful way from the beginning to the consummation in very intentional ways and ways that are good for His covenant community. He keeps His covenant. He keeps His promises. He does things. He performs acts in accordance with His will and His character. So it's not just a matter of, yes, He's a real nice kind of Santa Claus, kind of a grandpa kind of guy. He doesn't do a whole lot. He sits around and He pats the little kids on the top of the head as they come by Him. This is an active God who has, on His own volition, nobody twisted His arm. He made an agreement, a contract, a covenant with us, His covenant community, and He keeps His promises. He acts, He performs what He promises. His covenant loyalty is everlasting or forever. Le'olam, the Hebrew says, forever, eternal. It's never going to change. His character is consistent and static. He's not developing, He's not morphing, He's not getting better. The God of the Hebrew Bible or Old Testament was not some poorer incarnation or version of now what gets better in the New Testament. That's not the way the Bible describes, old or new, that's not the way that the Bible describes this good and loving God that keeps covenant with His people. This stuff in His nature is eternal, it's everlasting. And His faithfulness, when He locks arms with you, you have a partnership that you can, we say, take to the bank. You can count on this. He is not going to fake you out. He's not going to try to get over on you. He's not looking to see how little He can get away with giving us just to barely keep us alive. He is a good, bountiful God. So this faithfulness is another part of that complex describing the nature of God. And it is His faithfulness, like His covenant loyalty, is to all generations. So notice the poetic parallelism. Good, covenant loyalty and faithfulness. This is all characteristics of God, and they are largely synonymous. They overlap or they link together to form this beautiful collage of who is this God who calls on us through the work of the writing of the psalmist to enter His gates, to give praise to Him, to know Him, that He is God, etc. And then everlasting and to all generations, poetically parallel. Beautiful poetry, but also beautiful biblical theology. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch our videos. If you're benefiting from the content that you're receiving from them, please make sure that you're following us on Facebook and that you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you never miss a thing. While you're at it, share our content with your friends and family. Encourage them to follow us as well. Thanks for helping us to reach as many as we can with a powerful message of God's Word in its original context.